What's up, everybody? I'm Rick Knight. Welcome back to another video here of the Bad Philosopher. In this video, I want to talk about recently Serena Williams was playing in the French Open and she was wearing a catsuit. And the French officials said that they don't appreciate her wearing this catsuit and that they want a dress code. They don't think it's proper for her to wear that. She said she wore it because she was inspired by the Black Panther movie, and it makes her feel like a superhero. I guess wearing that, I guess, it put her in a different mind state. Probably help build some confidence for her, being that she's going into a very big tournament. This is actually a non-issue. Serena Williams is very professional and understands how the sport works. She's been in the sport a long time. She's one of the great female athletes that we have here in the country and in the world. This is actually really not a big story at all. The journalist decided to print it because it's anything with Serena Williams is going to get printed because she's that big of a deal. Just business as usual. Even in Wimbledon, they have a dress code. I was in a sport as well, in the sport of judo for many years. I trained and competed, and there's a dress code, the way we wear our gi. You can't wear a shirt underneath it. Depending on the tournament you go to, you have to bring two gis, a blue and a white one, and they'll tell you what color you are, and that's the gi you have to wear. All sports have dress codes. It's not a big deal. I'm pretty sure the French Open will forgive her, and I'm pretty sure she's professional enough to say, okay, no problem, I'll just comply with the dress code because I'm a professional and this is what we do. So nothing to see here, move on. Just some stupid story that was printed just to take up space, and because it's Serena Williams and she is a very big deal when it comes to sports, so we have to talk about anything related to her. My problem with this situation is when I see people online using this once again as a way of bringing race into it, a way of making this about race and sexism and all the other isms when it really doesn't have to be. So I'm online as I am pretty often, and I do a lot of debating online because it's not easy for me to find people to face-to-face to debate with me. Usually I do maybe with friends and co-workers, but I don't really get a lot of people that's really interested in wanting to have a debate. So I do it online because I'm exposed to so much more people. And let's face it, people are online all day long posting nonsense, so it's so easy to end up into a debate. And being the type of person I am, I always end up arguing with people anyway because I really enjoy it. So I saw somebody posted this and they said it was racist. They posted the article to this situation with Serena Williams and the French Open, and they said it was racist, that they didn't want her to wear this catsuit. So I decided to engage the person, and I reached out to them and I read the article, and I said to them, I wrote, please explain to me how this is racist. I read the article, it has nothing to do with race. There's a dress code and all sports have a dress code. The person responded back to me with, okay, maybe it's not racism, maybe it's shapeism, maybe it's because of her curves and the shape, and they're bigoted towards that, and that's why they didn't want her wearing that. I mean, it went from racism to shapeism, and then of course, if she was a man, they wouldn't have had an issue with it. So then it became sexism, and as we're arguing back and forth, there's all the isms getting thrown out, and I continue to probe and ask questions, and the person just kept going on and on and on and on, and then finally I explained that there's dress codes in many sports, and that this is probably most likely a non-issue. She just decided to wear something that's not allowed. They just had to probably just warn her and say, look, you can't wear that, and, we have a dress code, and this is really not an issue at all. But the left sees everything as a race, gender, and sexuality issue, when that's really not the case. Sometimes it is just the case that somebody, in this case, just wore something that they're not supposed to wear. It's very simple. It could have happened with anyone. It's not even a big deal. She won't be suspended. She won't face any fines. They won't take actions against her. They want her to play in the French Open. They want her to be a part of the tournaments because she is a big deal in the sport of tennis, and it does bring a lot of attention. There's a lot of media surrounding her. I mean, obviously they want her to be in their tournaments. But this person is hell-bent on making it about race, and then as I'm debating her, I see other people jump in and they agree with her, and they hit the like button and share, and all these people are all, jumping on, with their comment saying, yes, it is racism and it's sexism. If she was a white man, they wouldn't have had a problem because she's a black woman. It is an issue. The left, they really don't have a message. They really don't have anything to stand on. Everything's about an ism. And, whenever you know what the issue is before there's even an issue, chances are you're completely wrong. When you are sitting there waiting to hit the racist button before there's even an issue to hit a button on, you tend to think the whole world is racist against you and racist against people of color and sexist towards women and homophobic towards gay people and all the other phobias and isms that are out there. I feel that it's time that we start recognizing things for what they are and not for what we want them to be. These are people that are looking for a reason to call out racism, and the very second they see a situation where one person or persons are black or Hispanic or someone of color and non-white, it's the perfect excuse for the left to call out racism. Now, of course, this is not the entire left. These are just a handful of individuals that's on the left, but this is just a normal thing within that side of the political spectrum, that they just constantly call out racism on every single thing, whether race has anything to do with it or not. And as I always like to say, blacks and whites, we occupy the same space, we share the same space. We're gonna have conflict between us over different things, and if we continue to make everything about race instead of that we just had a conflict over something, then we all lose, and racism will be completely out of control because you're going to make everything about race no matter what, and you're not going to see see the situation for what it is. So that's all I have. I just wanted to throw that out there. Just another example of why we need to get away from racial politics. We need to move on and get away from the race baiters, and we need to do the best we can to not only leave them, but to criticize them and to put them out there and put them on blast and continue to let them know that what they're doing is not cool, that they're causing more social tensions than we actually have by constantly calling everything racist and sexist when it doesn't necessarily have to be that. I mean, she blatantly wore a outfit that is not allowed in that tournament, and they just had to say, look, you can't wear a catsuit. We have a dress code. This is a sport, and that's just the rules. This has nothing to do with racism. So, just my thoughts. I just wanted to share another minor debate that I had. It didn't last very long. It was only a few comments in, and she got to the point that she couldn't answer any of my questions, and then she ignored it. She kept switching from one reason. First it was racism, then it became shapeism. Another ism completely made up, and then there was it was sexism, and she just completely fell apart under scrutiny. And when I asked for evidence of any of that, and I said, well, let's look at it this way: did she not wear an outfit that violates their dress code? If they have a dress code, and you can easily see what the dress code, you can go online, you can see what the dress code is. She violated the dress codes. She showed up to play in a catsuit when it's not allowed. How is this about race? Is this truly not about her wearing an outfit that is against the dress code? Maybe that's what the issue is, and not that she's black. The issue, or that she's a woman. The issue is that she's not wearing proper attire for their event. But this person completely fell under scrutiny. Didn't hold up. She eventually ignored me. And then I just watched the comments come rolling in from dozens of other people in support, saying how everyone's racist and this is racism, and I just sat there and said, how could this be that I'm the only critical thinker in here in this small page, in this small thread, with all the comments and the likes and the shares, and I'm the only critical thinker, and everyone else is just jumping on the bandwagon of the isms and the phobias without even giving it a clear thought. I think it's pretty pathetic of members of the left to instantly press the ism and phobia button without even thinking. They press it before they even hear of the event. It's already pre-pressed. So anything that happens, it's racism, no matter what. So I just wanted to share that with you. Maybe tomorrow, or later on tonight, I'll engage in another debate with somebody, so I could, just have another video to make, right? See some of the other nonsense that comes out of the left's mouth, and debate with them, and then share it with you guys. All right. Please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, the comment section. If you have anything, any comments, any questions, you want to add something, you want to correct me on something, you want to argue with me, you want to name call, you want to insult me, please be funny if you're going to insult me. I really enjoy humor. And that's all I have for tonight, and thank you very much.